Mal gucken, was wir zur 3 noch sagen haben.
But here we are.
Gucken, was wir zu sagen haben. Bin mal gespannt.
Yeah. So we're here to share some details of 3.0. I'm joined by Richard and Joel.
Ich kann jetzt auch kurz an mir liegen oder so.
And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let Rick go ahead and do some talking and go ahead and introduce everything.
Hey, thank you all for coming. It's been a while.
We normally that's what we used every time we've done one of these streams, but today their cameras seem to be freezing over and over. So hopefully it'll be a funny face when it happens, so we can catch up or something. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, anyway, you know, we are getting ready for public experimental to follow. We're real excited about it. The purpose of this experimental phase is to get your feedback, gather your feedback. We're really interested in that. We like your feedback. We'd like to make you all happy with how the game is playing. And so that phase will be coming up real soon. And let's get 3.0 does not have bandits. We have a dedicated team working.
A little bit of
if
you want.
So
here, let me give me just a moment. I should have started the game before this, but actually I wanted them to see the intro thing. So just.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They better see that too.
Yeah. So I didn't want to start it too early and lose the effect. Okay, so they see your face. So
as soon as it gets done loading in here, you'll notice a few things about the overall.
Da sieht man Behaviors im
There
Spiel.
is a brand new animated.
Wenn das wirklich so ist, dann sieht man es, dass Behavior im Spiel ist.
After he gets past the news launcher
Ach,
and gets past the Discord. Man, you get to see, you know, zombie eating on somebody in front of that car and some other animated stuff flowing. There's a new look to all the main menu. If Lathan goes into options and stuff, you can see that we made way more room in the options menu.
Daran gewöhnt man sich vielleicht, aber man sieht es, dass das UI schon ein bisschen geplant war. Weißt du noch die anderen alten Videos dazu oder Bilder dazu? Man konnte schon ein bisschen ahnen, dass es so endet. Ich will nicht wissen, wie es in-game UI aussieht.
Click on crosshairs real quick.
Crosshairs? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So brief mention here.
Tolle
We have a
Angst.
bunch of new crosshair settings. If you adjust some of those, you can adjust the size.
Man sieht auch, wie man, du kannst dein Scale, Größe einstellen, der große Scale, genau. Dynamikgröße kannst du einstellen. Ich weiß jetzt nicht alles, wie es bis jetzt für uns so ja. Scale ist natürlich Größe.
Okay.
Von groß her. Ja, hier sieht man schon.
Main menu, if you will.
Man kann sich,
along with the end.
muss sagen, man kann sich dran gewöhnen. Ist okay, aber das hier in der Mitte, so wie wir es haben, war irgendwie, oder hier unten war schon besser. Oder in der Mitte generell war es schon besser, aber man gewöhnt sich.
But it's very deep and it's going to very expand.
Ist okay.
Allow you to play it.
Der Hintergrund animiert ist,
braucht
man nicht. Kann man machen. Muss man nicht. Aber man sieht Behavior. Vermute ich mal. Ist auch okay. Also ich bin ehrlich, man gewöhnt sich, aber man merkt, dass es halt ein bisschen Behavior UI ist. Aber das UI war ja schon ein bisschen länger geplant.
The idea of the sandbox options, like
Range Damage, Block Damage, okay, das ist so Terran Damage, Meal Damage, ja.
all the different settings. We had a bunch of settings before, but now we are up to 150 sandbox options. So these, some of them are. I want to say there's like 10 of them from the old system.
Ist schon alles verstanden, schon dabei, von vorher noch.
So things like daylight length, there's more options. But let me go ahead and show you some of these that we find really interesting. As you can see, you can scroll on here. You got things like the encumbrance slots. I don't want to talk about the degradation yet. because that's something else we're going to talk about. You can set your damage, headshot multipliers. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, headshot multiplier is a cool one.
Ich könnte
It
vermuten,
has a
dass
couple
die
of
auch hier
variances there.
eingearbeitet haben.
Yeah, so there's actually, you know what? That is a good one to talk about. Wait, where's the?
Ach du.
Well, there's headshot multiplier, and then there's headshot only.
Right.
'Cause I know that's there it is. Headshot
Die
mode.
eingearbeitet wurde,
So
ja.
that's the one you're thinking of.
Aber ich
So
glaube, die ist das
headshot mode,
gearbeitet, oder?
everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can now set it to where headshots only is
Oh, ich hab den meinen Rücken
a
gerade
viable
so.
option. So that makes it where you can only do damage when you hit them in the head.
Kann sein.
We also added
Gut, durch
headshot
Behebe haben sie jetzt nochmal
finisher,
viel mehr
where
Ressourcen.
the last shot has to be in the head. So it's multiple ways of doing headshots. And you're
They'll
gonna
keep getting up.
Oh.
They'll keep getting up with body shots in that mode.
Shadow, wir
Yeah.
haben Challenges.
So, and you're gonna find that a lot of these, we put in multiple ways of handling it.
Jetzt
so
hast du
that
halt viel mehr
you can,
Challenges
as we said,
standardmäßig
you
und
can
dabei
customize
brauchst
it even
keiner
more.
mal zu installieren.
So there's a lot of fun things. You can set, here's a good one, max enemy tier. You can actually change it to where your game
Oh, du kannst jetzt
only goes
einstellen,
up to
was für
radius.
die,
Or,
was
hey,
willst du?
maybe
Du
you're
musst
playing
nur spawnen dürfen.
you just want normal zombies and that's it. That is a valid option
Vermuten
now.
wir, unsere Mod wird noch länger als nur 3 Monate
The
dauern.
enemy density and the enemy respawn, you will find that
Gehen wir mal
will-
5
awesome.
Monate aus, maximal.
those are really fun because
Plus
it will
minus.
make it where there is just always zombies everywhere.
Ja, das
Uh,
ist
thicker than you've ever
je
seen
nachdem.
them before, too. I think isn't.
Yeah, I mean
More
it's
dense,
crazy.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, somebody just said something here very interesting. He said,
Sure.
mal schauen,
and we don't have that mode,
es
but I think we should jot that as a note.
Auf
He
jeden
said,
Fall
"Can we blast
spricht es erstmal
limbs
so,
off
dass
to
wir
keep them alive
länger
before
die
you finish the
Experimente spielen
headshot or
werden.
something, or
Jetzt.
some mode that does that."
Also
See?
sehen, wie
I
es
thought that
in-game
was-
aussieht.
yeah.
Yeah, one of the QA people.
Da habe ich
found
schon ein
a few
bisschen
right
Bammel.
See, and this is what we're talking about. We
Das ist
want
UI
this kind of
in-game. Oh,
feedback. This is the reason why we do things like experimental. This is why we do this. We want you,
Ja,
we
das
want to hear
konntest du
what you
schon.
all want.
Nee,
This
vorher, nee,
system
das konntest du nicht.
Makes it where we can put in these easy things to let you choose the flow of your own game. Well, let me see if
And
there's
the new menu facilitates
ist mein
more room for
Zombie
tabs,
dagegen,
for
genau.
new presets in the future,
Das
and
kann
more scrolling
aus.
if we add additional settings that we didn't have before. So
Okay, I'm going to talk about the
Stimmt.
modding part in just a minute. I saw a question about it, but I'm gonna get through this, and then don't you worry, I have something for the modders.
Aber viele
before
Settings
this
werden
goes.
halt
You
uns
skipped
schon
over
bei
my
uns schon
favorite feature, which
standardmäßig
is drop on death.
hardcoden.
You can
Oh God,
find
yeah.
Die
how
Smell
many
Mode
items you lose on
ja,
death.
Smell Mode
So,
kann, ja,
when
kann
you
aus,
die,
raus.
You're gonna drop
Braucht man
whatever
nicht
a random
unbedingt.
number. You can set that to, you know, your tool belt, your backpack, or anything goes, and then how many items are going to get dropped on it.
1 to 3, 1 to 5, 1 to
Das
10.
kannst du schon
my
schon
my
einstellen.
best weapons when I died, and I had to go back and craft stuff
Ja.
for about a whole day before I was ready to get
Genau.
back to doing
Yeah.
POIs. But I loved it.
Ob
you know,
nur
it's-
XP
the
on
challenge
die-
is insane.
So what
a
he's-
lot of fun.
So what he's talking about is you set
Here
lose on death.
and
So
so.
you lose items on death in any of these locations. And then you can choose the count of how many you lose. And so there's random ranges. There's the crazy one that's 1 to 20, where you can just lose half your inventory.
Muss man sich erstmal dran gewöhnen. Ist noch okay,
It's
also.
pretty nuts, actually. And
Das
there's
ist halt
15
eine
to 20.
ungewohnt. Das ist
There's a lot of different
wie
options.
mit Spielen wie,
there
sagen wir
are
mal, zum
ways to
Beispiel jetzt
make
World
the
of
game
Tanks.
easier
Das
with the sandbox
Vergleich
settings
ist
too, so
bei
you can make it
Amazon und
punishing
Free
or
Tech 9 oder
easier
so.
if
Da hat
it
auch
really
wieder
is.
jeder
There's a lot
gemeckert.
of
Ich habe
variance
auch
in
gemeckert
there.
zu der UI,
Did
weil
you see health bars?
anstatt hier
Yes.
oben
There is a
jetzt
way
hier
to turn
links
on
ist.
health bars and even show the entity damage as floating numbers if you want. We could spend, I mean,
Ja.
once again, it's 150 options. There's so many things in here.
Ich meine, das hier ist
Zombie
noch
digging.
vollkommen okay.
Each
Ist noch
one
okay.
has quite a few
Muss man mögen, also
variables,
man gewöhnt
and
sich dran, sagen wir es mal so.
permutations are kind of exponentially in the billions,
Yes.
truly.
So let's look workstations in the wild. You know, that one is you can find working workstations and you can set the percentage chance to find them. So let's see
Okay.
what else. Blood moon frequency was always there. We
Ja.
added more to the airdrops. We can change.
Oh,
We
Airdrop-Varianten.
could add what
Ah,
time
ja.
of day.
Ob 12
It
Uhr, 18 Uhr, 0
let's see,
Uhr.
what else? There's a lot of stuff. Daylight length. That's one I wanted to cover. So you can actually now say it is an
Kannst du,
always
glaube
night
ich, in der
day
Server-Config schon einstellen.
or an always daytime. So you can just say, I just want it to be nighttime, no matter what happens.
Stimmt, Heatmap kannst du jetzt auch einstellen. Wie hart sie
Allow
sein soll.
map. So you can hide the compass, you can hide the
Ich
map.
glaube, teilweise
you
viele
can
Settings
hide
haben wir uns in der
the
Mod auch
clock.
hardcoden, also
We actually,
so festsetzen.
because, man, I'm in the way. Here, hold on. You're not seeing
Je
that
nachdem,
because
wie es
I'm out
aussieht,
there.
wie es
I'm
funktionieren
gonna hide
wird,
myself for a
funktionieren
moment.
wird.
How'd you get in the menu?
Yeah,
Settings dann
I'm just in the
hardcoden
menu.
kannst. Also
So to
hardcoden
show
im Sinne von,
daytime, this
das ist schon
actually
von
caused
gut
us
festgelegt.
to put in working clocks. So you can actually craft a clock that you'll see the arms move. And if you put your mouse over it, it'll tell you what time it is. So lots of fun stuff there. I'm probably going to hide myself for the rest of this because I
Wenn wir
keep
jetzt
blocking
Hans
these
Films machen
options.
könnten, zum Beispiel ohne
But
Map,
after this,
Some
I'll
of the
break
player
it.
stuff is
Dies,
fun
viel
too. I mean,
schwerer.
you can adjust run speed and a bunch of other things in the player.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
category.
there's a lot of fun stuff there.
Some of those came from the community, I think. You know, we didn't
Beyond
actually have those in
stage.
our list originally.
I pulled a lot of the community to put together a lot of these
Guck mal,
items in here. So we
Biom-Progression,
actually
gut,
got
das
quite
kann
a
zwei
bit
schön
from the
aussehen,
community.
aber Max-Typ.
Let's see, resources.
Da haben wir
This
was.
is
UI Loot
basically the
Stage,
stuff you
Glaube
loot
Loot
and
Stage, das kannst
find.
du alles
So we can
einstellen.
affect
Oh, mir hat Spaß. Für
the
sich privat.
abundance of things, the yield when you are harvesting. You can actually say the max tier that can appear in loot. So if you want it to be where I am playing a game where crafting is the
Besonders
big
für
thing,
Modder
so
ist
I
das
make
jetzt
it where
halt
I
sehr
can craft up
interessant,
to
weil
tier
du dann
6,
viel
but I
mehr
can only
einstellen
find and
kannst.
loot
Also im Sinne
tier
von,
1.
ja,
So that's an
konntest du
option.
schon vorher, aber jetzt ist es wahrscheinlich noch
Actually, one that
einfacher.
I brushed over that I didn't really say anything about is this max tech type.
Genau, hier.
You can actually play, and we have an option
Genau,
about
die
a preset
Itemstufen.
of it.
Wenn du nur
But
Tag
you
0
can say,
einstellst,
in my
findest du auch noch
world,
Stone
there's
und
only
Pipe
stone
Sachen.
and pipes.
Tag 1,
There's no
Eisensachen und
there's no
AK.
iron weapons, no
Danach halt
steel, nothing.
taktische Sturmgewehre zum Beispiel und dann
Let's
M60
see,
brauche
is
ich.
there any- I know there's more. Let's go on to crafting. Once again, it's 150,
Crafting
so
Max
I
Tier.
could spend
Alles,
quite a
worauf
long
du
time. I
6
don't
maximal
want
herstellen
to. I don't want to
kannst.
do every single one, but I want to kind of hit the really good ones that we really like. You can turn off backpack crafting, so you can make it where there's limited. That gives you just kind of the basics.
Kannst
so
du
that you
vorher,
can
aber
craft
kannst
your
du noch
own
ein bisschen
workstation
einstellen.
and some minor things, but you can turn it off entirely and say, I can't do any crafting. I have to find a workbench. Here's another one, smelter type. You can turn off the smelter and the forges and just make it where it's recipes to do the same thing. So if you're not a fan of the smelter system for the forges, you don't have to use it anymore. Let's see, workstation crafting, that's kind of what you expect with the other one. Crafting, you can turn off crafting progression altogether. You can make it where each magazine gives you more points.
Man könnte es
each time.
realistischer machen, wie so
Let's see.
ein
Still don't want to talk
Rucksackschmelzer.
about this part. We're
Mod.
going to cover this. I just don't want to talk about it yet. We have another section about it. The degradation.
Ja,
So,
Eis, also
a very popular thing I've
wirklich
seen in some of the
alles.
mods is being able to turn on and off the trader protection. So
Yeah.
you can actually set it where you can land claim a trader, or there's just no trader protection, so they can tear down the walls. You can't kill the trader yet. We've talked about it. We haven't done it yet. Trader hours. That's another good one. You can make it
dann wahrscheinlich
open
offen
at
hat.
where it's only closed on blood moons, but it's open 24/7 otherwise.
Okay, der hat uns immer offen, außer am Blutmond.
Trying to think. Is there any others that you guys like?
You know, the inventory, you know, if you think they don't have enough inventory or you don't like the restock time, some of those things are kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you can set in like the buy limit, the reset, the max tier. This goes along with the looting one. You can say I can only
Halt immer noch
find
so gemacht, dass
tier
du halt
ones in a trader. It's
trotzdem
kind
was
of,
tun musst in
you know,
Days
the
und nicht
same
nur
as
so
those.
alles auf
We have the
niedrig
same
stellen
thing in
und
crafting too. So in all three
ist alles
ways
hinterhergeschmissen.
that you get items, you can define,
Das ist
hey, what's
schon
the
gut,
max
ja.
tier I can find. You can define how much items the trader has, so you can increase that. Let's see, we have 2 more tabs. This is everything related to quests and challenges.
Intro-Quest.
You can turn off the intro challenges.
Das ist
You can turn
gut.
off the intro quest. If you don't like buried supply quests, you could just turn them off now. If you don't like POI quests, you could turn those off. There's a lot of power in this. You can those skill points you get at the beginning, you can now customize how many you get. You can say, hey, I get 10 instead of 4.
Our intent is to collect more data
Und du
from
kannst
the
die Karte dann auch
community.
kopieren
We've
und
got
ich
a
kann sie dir
backlog of
schicken, die
additional ones
schicken
we
für
want
deine
to
Welt.
add. As you can see, the menu space
Oder
has room for more tabs, and we've
für
got
deine
it
zweite
scrolling where
Welt.
we need it. So
Weil der ändert sich immer pro
community
Setting und dann.
helps us build additional settings that we find are amazing for replay value in the simulation, and we'll certainly try to add some of those every build cycle.
And that is the intent. We do want to keep adding more sandbox options every release to kind of keep building this out and keep, once again, letting you guys play the way you want to play. We have one more tab. This is the miscellaneous.
Ja, gut.
It's got vehicle stuff, electrical
So
system
besonders, du
stuff,
kannst
and
auch Big
then
Hits anmachen
we
für die
put
Leute,
some
die
silly
nicht so gut
stuff in
aimen
here
können.
because I've had some requests about some of the Twitch options
Die Gravity
being
kannst einstellen.
inside the base game. Well, now you can have tiny zombies, you can have big heads. We actually added one that's not even in the Twitch, which is you can make it low gravity
gut,
now.
warte mal.
That's cool.
It probably
Ich
will
habe
be
mir das
added
mal
to Twitch. It just
16 Minuten lang
isn't
gespielt.
yet.
Ups.
One thing,
Egal.
War ich auf Stumm
I
gestellt.
one more
Ja,
thing
aus
to
Versehen.
celebrate
Ja,
because
passiert.
this has always been a concern. There's
Ey,
actually
das
a
ist
mode
4
to
Uhr,
say
also.
it only happens
Ja, gut.
when you do headshots.
Es sei dir verziehen.
Because whenever people use that, they always complain they can't harvest meat.
Passiert.
So that's in there too. But go ahead.
Ja, das
Richard.
kannst du halt so einstellen.
Well, I think you know, if
Jetzt
once you
Gravity.
get done highlighting
Dumme Sounds.
some of these, I think walking them through, like creating their own preset, and one of the coolest aspects that you haven't talked about is you know, share that preset. Once you create your own preset, base it on one of the default difficulties maybe.
Here's what we'll do. We're gonna go back to let's go to the difficulties.
Nein, da
So
hast du
we're
so
gonna start
fertige
with
Settings schon
adventure.
so. Ein
So I'm
bisschen.
gonna
Ja.
duplicate this preset here.
Aber man sieht so ein
So
bisschen
that is
hier,
now
hast
set
du ja
all the
gesehen, so ein bisschen
values to
Behavior.
what
Das hat noch ein
that
bisschen so
preset
die
is.
Blood Moon Vibe noch
You
drin.
see they're changed here.
Beziehungsweise eher
Now,
vom
let's say, let's pick
Dead by
something.
Daylight.
I want to
Ja.
Weil das
have
Menü
a
habt ihr
world.
auch.
Maybe I just want to, even though it's
Chinesisch
little
in ihre
easier,
Finger wahrscheinlich am
I
Spielen
want
haben.
to increase the, where's those respawn ones? There they are. I want to increase the density. I want it to be where I'm just fighting and fighting
yeah.
and fighting. So this is now my new preset. There's two things I could do here. So first of all,
Das heißt, rein
let's
theoretisch
say
können Zombies schon nach einem Tag wieder
someone in
spawnen.
chat wants to have this
Ja.
same preset. I can click
Ja,
copy
kannst
code,
Copy-Code
and
machen.
then I can go into chat and paste that code, which I just did. You can now take that code and click here at paste code, and it will put all the settings into your game so that you can now save it. And now let's go through that process. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to type in
Also man weiß schon,
devstream
muss der schon wie
preset.
so das UI aussehen könnte, wenn man
This
damals
is
das
the
ein bisschen
one I
verfolgt
made
hat.
on stream.
Die damaligen
Lathan's
Dinger.
amazing devstream
Lathan's
extravaganza.
fabulous. No. Okay. Well, it does have a limit because it's got to fit. So, but devstream preset. We're gonna hit save. Okay. So now we've created our new preset. You see, it's got a cool icon. I come over here. I'm now
Gesehen als ein
I'm now
bisschen,
using
ja,
my
als würde das
custom
aussehen wie
mode. It
KI.
is dev
Ein
preset.
bisschen.
Here's the values that I changed.
Der ist ja noch
and
nicht das
then,
komplett
yeah,
fertige
other
Ding,
than
ne?
that, I
Das
just,
dauert ja noch ein bisschen.
you know, just
Ja,
start
das
the game
ist,
and play.
ich glaube, es geht morgen schon los.
Now,
Das, mit den,
I saw a couple things.
Ach ja, stimmt ja, morgen,
brought up,
jetzt am Wochenende,
as
heute
chat
beginnt ja das
is flowing
Streamerwochenende,
by.
dürften die
Two
Player
things I
wieder
wanted to touch on. We have
besondere
talked
Spiele
about
antesten
randomizing.
Ja.
und auf Herz und Nieren prüfen.
We did not get it in this one.
Wozu wir bei denen nicht eingeladen
The
worden
hope
sind.
is
Oh, Scheiße aber auch.
at
Können wir
some
halt
point
leider
we are going to
nicht
put it in, but
Ja, ich weiß.
it just didn't
ändern.
make the cut
Bis
for the
jetzt.
first one.
Ja,
And then
ich
the
jetzt
monitors.
schon fragen wahrscheinlich, aber er hat wahrscheinlich so
So
viele
this is-
Nachrichten bekommen
this
von
is
anderen
actually,
Griechen, Key und so.
Different than what we
Alles
normally
drum und
do
dran.
as far as the stuff we put in game. Most systems, I would say actually,
Wie viele,
all
wie
the
viele
gameplay
morgen dabei
systems
sind,
we put
viele
in,
Drones,
we always
Obmann.
make sure that it is
Ach, so viele
dabei.
downloadable through XMLs. There is a new XML for this, but the intention is not for you to
Ja, der
mod
Hintergrund
in
ist, also
Sandbox
das
Settings
mit dem Video
themselves.
ist halt sehr
Because of the fact that they
detailliert.
hook into certain systems,
Also
how
Da
they do,
kennt man
it's going to
Behavior
be
Finger
incredibly
schon.
hard to
Sehr
make
gut.
it make sense. And we
Wird,
also want
wird
the code
gewöhnungsbedürftig,
to always
aber
work
Er
to be
wird eh
copy and
zu
pasted.
unserem
If you
Hintergrund
add
ersetzt, also
in, you
juckt
know,
mich
ja,
nicht.
custom sandbox options,
aber dann für
that
die Leute,
code
die
is
ja
gonna
halt
mess up.
wirklich
Ohne Spielen.
ohne,
But
ohne Spielen
for
einfach normal,
modders, we
wird
know
für die
that, hey,
wahrscheinlich
you probably don't
gewöhnungsbedürftig
want them
sein.
to be able to do all these things in your mods, right?
Der Hintergrund, den
So,
mag ich nicht
how
so. Der
that's
hätte
handled,
Standbild
you
sein
can
können.
actually, the XML that we added will make it where you can say, when using my mod, don't let this setting, or this setting change.
Es scheint
You can also
sehr
define your own
unregelmäßig
custom
zu sein.
presets for your mod.
Ja, ein
So that
bisschen.
should hopefully cover
Wenn man
everything.
drauf so ein bisschen aus ist.
Because everything that
Das
is
ist sehr
done through Sandbox
unregelmäßig.
Settings, for the most part, is capable to be done through XML. So we don't want to break mods with this. That is not our intentions. We're not even saying that this is going to 100% replace mods. It is more of, you know, all these, I think someone said it earlier, there's a lot of quality of life mods that this is going to make obsolete. Well, we are trying to make it easier for you all to do the fun things. And, you know, maybe we can take out some of the smaller mods that are not as important, or not really not as important, but
Habe ich so
maybe you
jetzt
don't have to download as
verstanden,
many.
dass
And
die
actually,
das
it helps
Modden nicht
consoles
unterbrechen wollen.
too, because consoles cannot have mods at this point, but
Oh
they
ja,
can
das
have
ist
this.
stimmt.
So we
Genau,
hope
weil
that
ich
this
jetzt
is
nicht
going
ganz
to
zugehört
kind of
habe.
hold them over until we have some sort of solution. Oh, that was a lot of talking. Okay, Rick,
Yep.
you got anything to chime in? Man, that was a...
Well,
Also Experimente
wanna,
würde da stattfinden.
you walk them through a lot of what the presets do. Why
War
don't you
mir
go
von
to
Anfang schon
the
klar.
official ones that the team has cooked up? This would be
Okay.
these came from Bobby. Bobby
Die
came up
Bilder
with
sehen
this one.
natürlich
Bobby
halt
is a
sehr
new
KI-lastig aus.
designer
Also,
that is come on board recently.
bisschen diesen Plattmoon-Vibe noch dazu.
Out of Montreal.
Ja.
So this is an
Das
easy
Game
one
ist
to
da
kind
richtig in
of,
der Tonne geworfen
they
haben.
go from easiest to hardest. So you
Ja,
can
sie
see
haben
the
es
soul
versucht,
rating there.
sind damit
And wanted
gescheitert
some headroom
und ja,
because
deswegen sind sie in den Bach runtergegangen.
frankly, you can make something way harder than insane now if you want to. Way
Gehe ich jetzt
harder.
mal davon aus.
Ja, ich glaube, das Geld hat halt
this
gefehlt
one
und
is
viele
almost creative
Stressmomente
mode.
gab es wahrscheinlich intern.
It's really just kind of
Ja, gut, das Spiel hat sich, glaube ich, auch
You know
nicht
what?
so gut
It's just
verkauft
a little
wie
icon
7 Days im
on the
Allgemeinen.
window that's
Ja.
right in the way. Don't know what
Ja,
that
ich denke mal,
icon
das
is.
hat
Get rid
intern
of it.
viel Streit
Click
ausgelöst.
to interact with this stream, but so you could like
Okay.
go through some of the
So,
other ones, you know.
Here, how about this? I'll go through them and then I'll have you all
That's all
tell
I
me
need
about
from.
them. So this one is almost creative. So this is because consoles do not have a creative mode. This is kind of to help with that. It's a very easy mode. I could see people using this as kind of if you're wanting to do building,
also man sieht
and then
sich mal nicht den
afterward
Hintergrund schon
you
jetzt nicht. Ist
switch back to your normal
unregelmäßige.
preset,
Deshalb die
which
zwei
is a
okay.
possibility.
Aber
You
der da
can
ist
switch
sehr
from one preset to
gefühlt so an
another
einen
when
Zombie,
you
an einen Menschen oder Zombie
exit
rumbeißen.
and come back in.
So, ne?
That's
The
right,
chibi
chibi
mode.
This is the new one. I don't know who
Chibi
came
mode.
up with this.
One of
It's-
one of our testers, Killshot Kitty, came up with this. It is it's more of a silly. I mean, it's got the big heads and things like that in it.
Also
It's
ich
like
aber
shiny
kompliziert
body,
langsam.
fast, and
Yeah.
their heads have to celebrate.
Yes,
when you kill them.
there's a lot of fun stuff with this one. Let's move on.
It's a little harder than the other one.
Yeah, I mean, because the other one
Still
is just
pretty
basically
easy, but
creative. Yeah. Okay, so dumpster diver. Which one of you guys came up with that one, or is that
That
a
was
Bobby?
Bobby.
Oh, that was Bobby.
So
So
Bobby, we asked
this
Bobby
is more of
to
a hoarder
come up with more
one.
modes.
Yeah, so this one's more of a
Yeah.
hoarder mode.
Mit den
As you can see,
Titeln,
it's
das
more
waren alle
about
5
loot
Tage.
abundance, and
Bilder
it's
ist erst noch
less about crafting and stuff.
so.
Let's move on. Legacy survival. I know that was one of you two.
That's Melissa.
Oh God. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I know y'all did one of
Ja,
these.
die
That
Icons
was
sind
Dolly,
sehr...
Wretched Dolly. If you've seen her on the forums.
She's in
Man
this
merkt
one.
die
obvious
Behavior wahrscheinlich.
information.
Das ist
Yeah,
ja
so-
Behavior Finger im Spiel.
She wanted to. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, no.
Mike.
Go ahead. Explain it.
She wanted to create something that simulated the older versions of 7 Days to Die, like Alpha 16. And to that end, we will probably
Ich hoffe, das
continue
Behavior das
to add
Spiel nicht zu sehr
additional
kaputt machen wird.
settings to
Diesen-
allow
Aber
for those kind of play styles, or desire to play older versions, but built into the new version of the game.
Das alles
Ähm,
ist Ist noch
So
okay.
I feel like
Also,
I keep
ist
seeing the
okay.
same questions over and over again.
Muss
I
man
just want to
wollen.
say we are not with this at this time. We were not able to do anything about backpack capacity, crafting from backpacks, or learn by doing. So those three things are not a part of this, but they are on our radar.
They are
I just
on our radar.
see
By
them.
doing.
I see the questions keep coming through
Mich
over
würde nicht
and
wundern, wenn
over,
es noch
and
wieder,
I
mich würde
just
nicht
want
wundern,
you
wenn es wieder
guys
neue Suchmaschinen
to know
gibt.
that we hear
Also,
you do know,
erst, ich
and
verstehe ja eigentlich, aber
it's
irgendwas
just
mit Learn by
something.
Doing
We
ist,
added
glaube ich, schlecht
150
drin.
options. So at some point we had to cut it off, but
Ja.
we are looking into it and figuring out ways to do it. So anyway, and so yeah.
It's a way to
Ja, Schematics
play,
und Dude habe ich auch
tactile
vermisst so ein
style.
bisschen.
Was the
Ich weiß
intent
noch
of
so
this one?
die Zahlen mit Alpha
Disaster
20, wo ich das
film.
erste Mal gespielt habe.
Yeah, this is
Da war das ja mit Schematik suchen ja
storms
richtig.
and
So.
this is another Bobby. So Bobby is
Wir wollten eigentlich auch immer nochmal die Alpha 21 weiterspielen.
on
Alpha
these
20 oder
presets.
So this
21.
one, once again, we still can't talk
denke
about
mal,
the
ich will
degradation.
die
We're going
dann
to talk
alle
about that
Alphas,
later.
die im Multiplayer
But
sind,
it's got
von
loot
unten
abundance,
auf nach
storms,
oben aufspielen.
500%. So,
So, aber bis zum ersten
and then
Blutmond
you're
aus
losing
würde
items during
aus meiner
death, and
Sicht
your
reichen.
infection gets worse in this.
Also so, alles so
move on
ein
to the next
bisschen.
one.
It's like,
Caveman,
when
I think
that
this was
disaster-
Bobby's too.
We have a rapid infection setting too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Das ist dann
So
wahrscheinlich
this
die
one is,
harten.
Go ahead.
the intent is
Ja,
this is to
Trader
top
Max
it
Tier,
out at
Crafting Max
pivotal
Tier, ja.
weapons,
Muss man
Höhlen.
nicht haben.
using, and so your, caveman's life is the
I've
idea
tried
behind that.
this
Bin
one.
mir aber
This
sicher,
one's
die
really
Icons, die
tough.
kann man
it's
in,
it's
sagen wir mal, wenn ich
actually
jetzt eine Mod
only
habe,
having the tech tier
kann ich die
zero
dadurch
is
wahrscheinlich auch
really
replacen dann.
rough.
Anderen Bilder.
Yeah.
That's
But
why,
if you like a setting or most of a setting, you can change what you don't like. And
So
Yes.
die Quest, so
Yes.
POIs so
Make
als
it count.
Schwierigkeit.
you can base city your own on a starting point.
So die
from a
Reha-Klinik von
setting that we
Uni,
put together or a
Hardcore.
default difficulty setting,
Nee.
and then that's
Nee,
a
die
starting
Pesteschule.
point to
Ach du
tailor it to your own
Scheiße.
needs.
Okay. Dying World.
That
Alles,
is, you know,
alles
Bobby-
auf Low, also alles kein
Okay,
Rückblick,
okay.
Drop.
So,
Ja,
so
kompletter
Pussy.
Bobby, we like Bobby. He's
Kompletter
he's
Pussy
done
Mode.
a lot of
Wieder
work
Item
in a
Count,
short
very low.
time, and
Also wahrscheinlich war alles, was er an
Okay.
Items
So
drin hat
anyway,
in seinem Inventar.
this one is
Wie per Methode,
I mean,
du hast
it's
keine
fine.
Methode zum Reparieren.
able to do collection.
Ja, so
Das ist
time.
wirklich hart.
You can't repair
So
anything.
loot
Oh,
doesn't
Nein, Loot
respawn.
Respawn, das konnte
you
man
don't get,
schon ein
like, loot
bisschen so
collectors,
Modding-mäßig
can't repair,
einstellen.
no loot bags.
Oder konnte man es
no
schon
loot
einstellen?
bags.
Traders don't
I mean,
have
it's-
loot. Traders reset their inventory very long time. So
Keine
your-
Quests.
Yeah, your resources are low. It's a resource
Yeah.
grinding mode more.
Okay, Undead
Oh,
Matinee. That has to be one. of
Ich bin mal
That
gespannt,
one I
wie es mit der
it's
Story-Modus
just
aussehen
to
wird.
simulate what it's like
Da
to
wird, denke ich
kind of
mal,
play a
behaviorale
classic black
Finger
and white
richtig im Spiel
zombie
haben.
movie. So they're thicker.
Oder was vermutest du?
They're slow. They never run, but they
Ich wünsche
have
es
a
mir nicht,
boosted
aber ich gehe auch
rage.
davon aus.
The player is a bit
Wir müssen
slower,
halt
but
abwarten,
your
wie es
stamina
aussieht.
regen's
Erst dann
faster.
kann man sich halt erst
But you're
beschweren.
whacking them. It's melee focused, so you're richer in melee weapons.
Wie gesagt,
and
man
you're
kann über alles
scrounging
viel
for ammo.
spekulieren, aber die Wahrheit kommt dann mal erst später.
Firearms are not as effective. Headshot finisher mode is enabled in that. It's a cool mode. Now you can take this one more up, and in one of the settings there, if Lathan went in deeper, if you wanted to play
Vielleicht
black
wird es ja
and
für die
white,
Konsolenspieler diesmal auch ein
Sandbox
bisschen
options.
Oh
besser.
yeah, yeah.
You could go,
Da
there's
ist
a-
jetzt
there's
die
a-
Frage, wie
in
es
this
jetzt
one, you get something
performance-technisch
you can
besser
make this-
It's
geworden
right
ist.
there.
Yeah, you can make it black and white. I didn't put
Ja,
that
ich
in
meine,
there,
das ist die
but
Fall
I thought
auch.
that was
Klick
sort
jetzt
of an
auf
option
Mod.
to take it next level if you want.
Ach so, du kannst dann auch
if you really
für,
want the black and white vibe.
um es ein bisschen
I just wanted
klassischer
to
herzustellen,
feel more.
Schwarz-Weiß-Filme, also Schwarz-Weiß spielen.
Yeah.
No.
No. I
That's
actually liked it with the black and white. It was pretty cool, but I could see why, it's
Muss
better
man
just to leave
nicht
it off
haben.
and then we
Kann
can,
man mal machen.
let them,
Für
because as we said
Days-Film
before,
oder
any
so.
of these, so
Ja.
we're looking at Undead Matinee. So if you wanted to make this black and white, as soon as I hit this, it's now unsaved, and I can say Undead Matinee black and white.
Das UI wie ganz sehr
cool.
halt.
And then there, now I have exactly that.
Bisschen
So-
bei
And
Heil
you
ja
could
auf jeden
save
Fall,
paste that
und
code
das
if
wir mal
you
geplant haben.
modified it. You like one of the ones we did, but you modified it.
Haben sie das, das alte, was die aus den Spoilern
Ja.
generell gab,
Let's go back to the next.
ein bisschen übernommen und dann halt Behavior nochmal so.
Nur
7
ihren
days later.
kleinen i-Tüpfelchen draufgegeben.
Oh yeah, okay. That's another one of mine. That one is clearly inspired by a film we all know where zombies run fast, and that's why it's 7x. It's in theory about as hard as Insane, but it's not really from a player damage, but they're running more than a standard game, so it's probably about the same level of difficulty as Insane.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wenn es wahrscheinlich sein kann, dass es auch
Mad
gut
Moles
ist, dass sie
Mayhem.
noch bis zu 6
I wonder who
Punkten
did that.
arbeiten.
Here we
Look
go.
at that. So this is my own
Da hab ich ein bisschen
setting I
Bammel.
built and for how I would like to envision playing the game, and I had a blast with this. I
Und
put
bei
in
7
a
Days war
100
es ja
hour
so,
game so
7
far,
Days hin
and
und
I'm
her waren
still
schon gewesen, okay.
unable to beat like Grover High. It's so
Aber
hard with this setting for me. So
ja,
anybody wants a
am
challenge? It's
zweiten.
not crazy hard, but
No.
I died about 25 times, which is very unusual for me. But you know, part of the grind is when I died, I lost some of my
Da hat einer
kills, so I had
gefragt, ob die
go
alle
to a lower tier POIs
also
for a
AI
while,
generiert sind,
whatever weapon I
sagte
could put
er
together
hier,
with
nö.
what I had left, and it was a real good challenge. But
Sieht halt so,
you know,
es
zombies
sieht
are
halt einfach so
faster. There's
KI
16
generiert
alive on
aus.
the Blood Moon.
Ja, aber der
There's
Fuba
stuff
hat
on
gesagt, nö,
death.
jetzt nicht.
You know, no noob coat, so when you spawn in, there's no help there. You know, you can kind of read the settings, but it's
Sieht
just a
halt
few
eben leider
things are a little
sehr
easier for my own
regelneriert
personal
aus.
preference, but I really had a lot of fun with this, and I think you're all gonna like it.
It's great.
Das
It's a great mode.
Hintergrundview, klar,
Okay,
da
so
sieht
go
man
to
schon
the next
Behavior so ein
one.
bisschen.
Wait, there it is. Bike Club.
Okay, so that's another boppy one, but we
Yeah,
talked
but,
about needing something that it falls into sort of the permadeath category, and this one scratches that itch. It's
Yeah.
technically for damage given, damage received. It's not. I think it's around the same as a warrior, but because of all the other things, sprint mode, zombies, and
Loot Abundance
loot
50.
abundance, yeah.
And no trading? No
yeah,
traders.
So Nami's probably one of the best 7 Days to Die players on the team, and this one she's really having a lot of fun with because she's so good at playing the game.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is just some of the things we're doing. We've got a lot more in mind. We have some modes in mind that require more code support. Some of these modes did require code support. They weren't all just XML. There's quite a few of them. Took quite a bit of actual code hook support.
Yes. A lot of definitely the really interesting ones. So like the tech limits and things like that. All that there was no way of doing that other than lots and lots of XML changes. So we actually, and the all day, all night, there's a bunch of others I could keep going, but I do think you're going to really enjoy this. And as I said, I don't think it's going to affect your mods that much. It'll just make things a little easier. So do we want to, I think that's everything. I mean, I can show you all, here's the original difficulties. We can just kind of click through real quick.
That's right.
You know,
Das
kind
ist
of,
alles jetzt
this
noch
one,
Quatsch über
because it's all the
Einstellungen und
defaults, that's why it's shown
Ananas.
white, but
Nichts
everything
mehr
else,
Spannendes. Gerade.
insane. So there you go. Now you can actually see what those do.
Klar, schön und gut,
behind
dass
the
man viele
scenes.
Settings hat,
Because
aber
before we just had the
gucken, was wir
difficulty.
jetzt reingebracht haben.
And it would do all these things in the
Ingame-technisch.
code base, but it wouldn't tell you. So now
Ich
you
hab
actually know
wirklich
what all
ein
of them are.
bisschen Angst über das Ingame-UI.
So,
That's pretty.
after that,
Dass
what
das
do we-
sehr
here, let me
You want to get in.
schand aussieht.
So some people were wondering if what else have we done in 3.0,
Oh.
and
let's see.
And we-
Let's go to.
360er Pixel.
what's the
you want to
next-
load up the game, and so Joel's going to be doing a lot of talking here
yeah.
next.
Okay.
We have
Yeah.
have an exciting feature we're calling magnitude that Joel's going to be talking about. It impacts the game in a lot of very cool ways, and it's going to be something we're going to have to get a lot of feedback from the community on because it's a very great change. It was a lot of work to get it in, and
Okay, so give me.
you're wondering what magnitude is. So
Yeah.
Joel, why don't you
Here.
start talking about magnitude?
All right.
Start talking
So,
about it, and I'm gonna load up a. You know,
We
yeah, go ahead.
So we, you know, we looked at the old gun system we liked
Oh,
from Alpha
okay.
16, where you could find parts and kind of analyze
Gibt's
that,
jetzt
what we like about it, what
32.000
we don't
Maps?
like about it,
Okay.
and we come up with this
Nein.
items have magnitude
Auch so
feature.
einfach.
And what it is.